Good evening, everyone. We are the Group 6 and we will discuss to you the Chapter 14, pages 275 to 283. Why you need to know your employees. Knowing employees plays a crucial role in motivating employees to deliver their level best. Knowing employees help managers to understand their needs and expectations from the organizations. Managers need to know the names of all their team members and understand where all their team members are lacking and what all initiative would make them a better professional. Knowing employees will lead to better results and better productivity. When managers understand their employees well and vice versa, there is hardly any problem and organizations become a better place to work. Here is the example on how to rate or level the different skills and competency of the employees. Each level ranked from 1 is only entry level. 3 is certified, 5 is your experienced, and 7 you already master it. The Italian automaker Fabbrica Italiana Automobili Torino or Fiat has done exceptional work in the area of employee assessment. The company's employee competency and development program first assess each employee against target knowledge, skills, and abilities to determine any gaps and then set up development programs over the next 2 to 3 years to close the gap. Fiat boasts that it can correlate skills competency with performance with a high degree of reliability. Why skill and competencies are important? At a basic level, leveraging skills and competencies will help employers better establish the available and required roles and skill sets at their organizations, determine the gaps between an employee's current competencies and the skills required to be successful in a role. So, how do you get to know your people so you can prepare to close any gaps in knowledge, skills, and abilities? Here are the steps that you can get to know your people. First, with your assessment criteria and competency desires defined, develop an assessment model that asks employees to evaluate their capabilities with regard to the knowledge, skills, and abilities related to their job and to the company. Competency assessment is important. Assessing competencies can help motivate and engage your employees. It's a great way to recognize the skills and knowledge they possess and empower them to take control of their career development. The more competencies they acquire, the more valuable they will be to your organizations. Second, have workers in the Human Resources Department evaluate the assessment model and provide feedback and guidance. Regular employees evaluation help remind workers what their managers expect in the workplace. You need to use the right language and send the right message in the assessment process. Convey your desire to help employees determine their strengths and opportunities for improvement. The last step is begin the assessments. Be sure to do the assessments in stages, with different parts of the company completing the form each month or quarter. Perhaps you can group different specialties such as finance, engineering, or manufacturing each month.
Good day, everyone. My name is Gian Angelo M. Villa, and I am here to discuss Mind the Gaps, determining knowledge and skill gaps and filling them. A knowledge gap is a difference that is related to expertise, skills, and know-how. It occurs when there is a significant disparity between what an organization needs and the current capabilities of its staff. Skills and knowledge gaps are one of the biggest roadblocks to successfully attaining business goals. A skills gap is when your current workforce skill set doesn't align with the skills they need to do their jobs. Many companies assume that hard technology skills are their primary skills gap, but employees may also be lacking in soft skills that they need to do their jobs well. Knowledge, education, and growth, skills and competency. A competency assessment compares an individual's skills to requirements. Competency assessment quantify the size of your skills gap. Skills and competency assessment form. Name, John Smith. Position, motor assembly operator. Level, entry level, 1357. Time in position, less than 2 months. So here we have skill, competency, detailed task, the level and expectation, and also the gap. So inventory assembly, the task is identify each part. So he got the level 1. So the expectation is 3. So hindi niya na-meet yung expectation. Meron siyang gap na -2. And then in the inspect each part, the level niya is 1. So we have expectation 3. Yung gap niya is -2. And then layout assembly, 0 yung kanyang level, expectation is 3, so may gap siya na -3. So in assembly motor, assembly inner coil is 3, expectation is 3, so wala siyang gap, 0. Assembly outer coil is 1, and then the expectation is 3, so the gap is -2. Assembly electronic switch, we have 3, and then the expectation is 3, so wala siyang gap, 0. And then attached power line, level is 1, and then expectation is 3, so yung gap niya is -2. And then assembly components, yung level niya is 3/3, expectation is 3, so wala siyang gap, 0. And then check for power, 1 yung kanyang entry level, and then expectation is 3, so the gap is 2. Understanding your role in learning and growth. Number 1, compare the assessments you conducted with the needs you identified. Skills and competency need and comparison. So here, we find the need. So name, skills, competency, task, assessment, need, and gap. Tom Johnson will there. So task is operate torques. Assessment niya is 3. So yung need is 5. So may gap siya na -2. And then set up operation, assessment is 3, so need is 5, so meron siyang gap na -2 again. And prepare materials, he got 5/5, assessment is 5, need is 5, so wala siyang gap, 0. And then wield 5 again, and then the need is 5, so wala rin siyang gap, 0. And then clear up products, 3, assessment, and then need is 5, so may -2 siya na gap. And then inspect product, 5/5 again, 0 yung gap niya. And then clean up area is 3/5, -2 yung gap niya. Use safety equipment, mataas yung kanyang assessment, 7. Need is only 5, so +2 siya yung gap niya. And then Bill Mackenzie is operate machine, and then 3 yung assessment, need is 5, so -2 siya yung gap niya. In the setup operations, he got 5/5, 0 yung kanyang gap. And then prepared materials, 5/5 again, 0 yung gap niya. And then program machine, meron siyang 7, and then yung needs lang is 5, so +2 yung gap niya. Clear up products, 5 assessment, 5 needs, 0 yung gap. And then inspect product, 7 yung assessment niya, and then 5 yung need, so +2 yung gap niya. 2. Examine the performance of your company by taking the measures from your internal business process scorecards and dashboards in regards to competency in skill and work performance. 3. Look to upcoming customer needs by evaluating your customer scorecards and dashboards measures. In doing so, you can determine new and additional skills and abilities you'll need to bring in to your company so you can add value and improve performance. Part 5. Knowledge, Education, and Growth. This is the last piece to help you prioritize which gap to fill. This final step should show you what skills and abilities you need to develop in your workforce and even when, so that you can plan an appropriate integration with your current skills assessment and development programs. Competency to performance analysis example. So performance measure, current, goal, skill, competency, need, gap, priority, and action. So we have here in performance measure, rework 85% and then 25% sa goal, and then welding, need is -2, gap is 2, priority is 2, so the action is training next QTR. So on time delivery, current is 90%, goal is 95%, skill competency, packaging, so need is -4, gap is 1, priority is 1, so action process them assigned. Errors in delivery, current 5%, so the goal is 0%, packaging, shipping, need is -1, gap is 4, so priority is 4, action in section in shipping, and then performance measure ramp up on new products, current 6 months, goal is 4 months. So skills and competency assist system design testing, need is -2, gap is 1, priority is 1, action is new product development, project team assigned. That's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Shan Arata. Linking your strategies, operations, and techniques for learning and growth. This helps assures that activities within the organizations are in alignment with the needs of the business to create and sustain growth, through which an organization achieves its objectives effectively and efficiently. Next, the 6 W's in every business plan. First, who are involved. Second, what do you want to achieve? Third, where is the business located? Fourth, when do you want to meet particular goals? Fifth, why customers want your product or service? Six, how the process. 6W's method helps to identify the needs of your target, and you will be able to offer them an item that is much more relevant to their needs. Linking your planning steps and objectives ensures that first you have a good plan. Committing a good plan, this helps to sharpen your focus and identify your priorities, and can be used as a benchmark to measure your progress towards achieving your goals. Second, you can communicate your plan to everyone involved. Consider brainstorming session at which employees are given the freedom and encouragement to think of ways in which the business could improve. They also feel more appreciated in a business where their ideas are listened to. Within a company of practice, then that practice becomes more effective. Third, you can make adjustments during execution to give your company the best possible chance for success. These are several scenarios that might require adjustments and change for a company. For example, if they encounter an obstacles or problem that is blocking the growth of their business, then they need to look for options to move around the problem. Don't let yourself get stuck in the track waiting for things to change. Instead, be open to suggestion and look for other ways that you can solve the issues you are facing. If the decision does not look like it's going to turn out as anticipated, then you might need to make some changes to avoid problems. Next, balancing at the strategic level for organizational knowledge and growth. Organizational knowledge becomes important not only for its strategic potential, but also for thinking a new relationship between employee and an organization. As a result of synchronizing a potential way toward a sustainable competitive advantage that will help an organization reach its goal. Next, executives should pay close attention to present performance while also focusing on the future. A manager who is preparing for future while in present performance, this makes very helpful in terms of reducing the uncertainty of the future and avoiding the risks. Advocacy is not the only thing that companies need from their executives, managers. They also need their visions for long term, how they plan to achieve the growth, and most importantly, how they plan to assess, adjust, and ensure the success of the company's strategic growth and development process.
Having an operational focus for the future. The most important of this statement is you must ensure the future of the organization growth. In other words, it needs a strategic plan. Simply put, a strategic plan is a vision of your organization best when they design smart, strategic plans and mobilize people to confront the future. Here are some things for managers at the operational level to consider. First is collaboration among managers is key. Being a manager doesn't mean that you only lead people and activities. It is also important for managers to coordinate and cooperate with each other by sharing their thoughts, suggestions, and experiences to come up with better means to measure and manage growth and developments. Each managers possess different skills, thoughts, and experiences. Sharing what they have with each other will be a great advantage. Second is collaboration within functions is just as necessary. Decision-making is one of the crucial activities that a business company should perform. In order to come up with an efficient and effective decision, it should come from all the people involved in that subject matter. As a manager, we should know how to ask and accept ideas, opinions, and suggestions from our subordinates. Third is managers need to link operational. As a manager, it is one of our responsibilities to keep things in harmony. In order to do so, managers should align all the necessary ideas, resources, activities, and time frame for the actions that are being worked and planned. Last is, above all, managers must measure and adjust. Measure and adjust. Managers should be acquainted on how to handle changes and adjustments. In a business activity, there will always be an evaluation stage where managers track, review, and assess the status of the activity. And it is always expected to have something to change for the betterment of the result. So, the managers should know how to review and cope with the changes and adjustments on the business activity they are working on. Acting tactically for growth, capability, improvement, and retention. The front line, the tactical level where plan meets reality, is where good planning bears out. In short, strategy without tactics is the slowest route of victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. Tactics and strategy are not at odds with one another. They are on the same team. A good tactic has a clear purpose that aids your strategy. First, represent a person's functional competence such as technical expertise in marketing. Second, refers to a person's leadership ability, for instance, to set direction, to communicate a vision, or to motivate people. And third, comprises a company's core technical competencies. For example, a financial services firm must know how to manage risk. That's all. Thank you for watching and listening.